Hey everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here, and today we're doing a tutorial on this hairstyle that arguably won Coachella. This is the one hairstyle that I got requested more than anything else, that I saw reposted more than anything else, and that I honestly fell in love with more than anything else. It was originally by Hair by Ruslan. He did an amazing job. This actually features a new braid called a pipe braid, which I'm going to teach you guys how to do, but just so you know, it's a little more advanced, so I'm also going to show you kind of an easier way that you could get a similar look without having to learn a whole new braid to do it. So stick around for the whole thing just in case, and that's it. I think we should get into it. All right, first thing you gotta do is split your hair in half and clip one half out of the way. Now, as with all of my braid tutorials, I'm gonna show you like the overview and then I'll break it down into steps. So this braid is really similar to friendship bracelets if you've ever made them before. You have basically one main strand and then you tie lots of knots around that strand. That's exactly how this braid goes. So you're gonna start with a large piece of hair from the front, this little corner of your hairline and your part, and that's our main strand. This is like the core that everything else works around, okay? So anytime I tell you to go under a strand or loop around or whatever, this is the one I'm talking about. And the fun thing is that there are 2 rounds of knots before you're kind of done with your sections. You'll see what I mean. So round 1 is gonna be to pick up a section of hair, and then for your knot, you're gonna wrap underneath our main strand. And when you do that, you create a loop on the side that we just came from. You're gonna reach up through the loop, grab the tail of our working strand and pull it through, and then pull it tight. And that creates the knot. And then you're gonna switch this little piece of hair to the other side, and you're going to clip it in place, because that's just round 1 of the knots. So we're gonna clip this out so that it's ready for round 2. And now we pretty much do the exact same thing on the other side. Gonna pick up some hair, and it goes under our main section. Then there's a loop on the side that the hair just came from. This tail comes over and through the loop, pull it tight, switch the tail to the other side, and now we're gonna clip that in place to get it ready for round 2. And now we're ready for round 2. So we're gonna let down that first section, and it's coming down from the side that's away from our face, so we're gonna do the loop over there. We're gonna loop it, take it over the main strand, pull it through, and then join the tail with the main strand. And finally, we're gonna let this one down and do the same thing. So we have our section, we go underneath, and then it goes over and through the loop, pull it tight, and then this section goes with our main section, and we have finished 1 set of knots. And this is my helpful tip to you. Once you finish this much, you can put a bobby pin in to hold everything nice and tight, and that way you don't have to keep as much tension on your main section, and it makes it a little easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and wiggle a bobby pin up the middle of this braid. And that also gives you a chance to rest your arms. That's the general overview. Let's go through with some detailed steps. And I'm gonna give you steps for round 1 and then steps for round 2, instead of trying to like stack them on top of each other and end up with like 16 steps. So our starting position is that you've picked up your main section. Remember, this is like the pole that everything gets tied around. And we're ready to start with our steps. So step 1 is to pick up new hair. Step 2, take the tail under your main section, and at the same time make sure that you're leaving some slack for that loop. Step 3 is to grab that tail through the loop, and step 4, pull it tight. And then step 5, which is our last one, is to pass it underneath the main section and clip it on the other side. And now we repeat those 5 steps on the other side. So step 1, pick up a new section of hair. Step 2, bring that under your main section while leaving slack for your loop. Step 3 is to reach through the loop and grab the tail. Step 4, pull it tight. Step 5, bring the tail under the main section to the other side and pin it in place. That's round 1, and now we're moving on to round 2. So for round 2, step 1, take the clip out. Step 2, under your main section while leaving a loop. Step 3, reach through, grab the tail. Step 4, pull it tight. And step 5 is to join the tail with your main section. Step 1 is to let go of the section. Step 2 is to bring the tail under your main section while leaving some slack. Step 3 is to reach through the loop, grab the tail. Step 4, pull it tight. And step 5, join the tail with your main section. And that's our first set. And don't forget that you can always add in your bobby pins if you need an arm break / you just want to make sure that your braid stays looking good. So from here, you're just going to keep going. We already have this angle going, and you're creating this slight arc that goes from this point around and then ends at the corner of the nape of your neck. I feel like I need to be honest with you guys. I have gone through all the stages of grief with this braid. There was like a bargaining stage where I tried to come up with like a hack to make it easier. There was an anger stage in which I was like rage tweeting. Finally came to peace with it, and now we're good. And now you just get to secure it at the end with an elastic. And in the original hairstyle, they did wrap some hair around the elastic, so you're free to do that if you want. I don't have a ton of hair left at the end, so I'm just gonna leave it be. And now we do it again on the other side. Oh my gosh, guys, it's done. We've done it. The pipe braids are in. Praise everything. I think for both girls that wore this hairstyle, there was some leather cord used. You could use any cord you want. You could use embroidery thread, whatever you feel, go for it. I'm gonna do about 3 feet and see how that goes. And then you just want a nice big blunt needle to work with. So I have this, I think it's for embroidering or something, but it's big and plastic and, you know, very, very safe. Which is good because I am very, very clumsy. Okay, so we've got the needle part of the way through, and we're just gonna use this to thread. We're gonna start up at the top and then work our way down, just wrapping the thread around the entire situation. And to hold the base of this thread in place, I'm actually gonna bobby pin it, and let's wrap. The good thing about using this cord is that if your braid looks a little meh, you won't be able to tell. Also, if the braid looks awesome, you also won't fully be able to tell. So this is a time to let your inner perfectionist take a nap. She needs it. Or he. Whichever. I am a little bit short on the cord. Probably could have gone a little bit longer. Yeah, we're just going to add in some more cord at the end there. Let's see if I can do the same thing in the back that Ruslan did. I think it goes around like this. And then back down here. Yeah. And now we're just gonna wrap this side. And we're done! Ah! And that's our wrapped up pipe braid straight from Coachella. I mean, okay, the braid is work, I'm not gonna lie, but the overall effect is pretty cool. So for the braidaholics out there that wanna take it a step further, you can learn a new braid and do a cool new style. So now that we've gotten through that, are you ready for the easy one? So for our easy braid, we're actually gonna go easy. I thought about doing some other more advanced braids, but I was like, nah man, let's keep it simple. We're doing Dutch braids. And I think if we do them in a specific way, you can get the same effect. So I've already got my hair split in half. So you're gonna start with a very small piece up at this corner of your hairline and your part. And we're gonna split it into 3 and start braiding under. And then when it's time to pull in hair, we're gonna take in tiny sections at a time and keep this braid kind of tight. That's gonna help get that really kind of streamlined look that the pipe braid had. And the other thing that you wanna keep in consideration is that we're making that same arced shape that we did last time. And once everything is in the braid, you secure it with an elastic. And now we repeat the same thing on the other side. There we go, we have our Dutch braid pigtails. Now we just get to sew them up like we did last time. So you can stick some cord of your choice through a blunt needle and just start wrapping it around the braids. The other way that Ruslan finished off the wrap was just to wrap it around the hair elastic, so that's what I'm gonna do with this one. There you go, one side done. Now let's do the other side. Guys, I really like the easier version. Like, for sure, The pipe braid had a different shape and it gave a certain je ne sais quoi, but this is so much easier, and if you like this style and you really want to be able to do it on yourself, this is a completely satisfactory alternative. And I totally recommend it if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. Like at the end of the day, you want your hair to look great, like get there however you need to. And that is it for today's hairstyle recreation video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can hit the like button because it lets me know you like the video, but it also helps my videos and my channel to do better. So I would really appreciate it. And if you do like my videos, you can also hit the subscribe button and ring the bell notification so that you always are updated when I post new videos. And speaking of which, I'm gonna be posting a new video on Saturday. It's gonna be insane. You're gonna love it, so be sure to come back for that. And that is it for today's video. I'll see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye! Okay, so you start out with your main section. This is our big kahuna, the one that everything else, big kahuna. I don't know what it is about this shirt and this bra, but the bra is always like, let me free, and the shirt's like, okay. Both of you need to get in line.